7 to
5.
Okay, fine. Okay, 40 minutes? Yeah?
5:30.
Oh, to 5:30.
5:30.
Alright.
We are well.
Alright. So let's pray first. Father God, thank you for giving us this time to learn to study what's the meaning of marriage that you designed for us. So help us to think deeper and think more for your thought. And we commit this time in your name. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen. Alright, thanks for coming. This is a workshop, so I'm not going to do all the preaching. So for winning's sake, okay, can we those who are married, that's a share the good thing about marriage first.
You got someone to talk to? Yeah. Like sharing the stuff, you know, like you're talking about stress. I think one thing that you learn to have someone to listen to you, you know, and bear some of the burden. It's the most important thing. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I think marriage is blessed by God. It's not just like being together, living together, but you got married. I think that's what God wants for us, not just living together, but got married.
Okay, good. Okay, so we just started, okay, we didn't miss much. So we just like first share the good thing about marriage, alright? Because we have one single here, so we gotta let her inspire, right? Okay, so this is Joseph and Martha, right? Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so want to share some good things?
Well, God, in God's word, He tells us that two are better than one. And it's always good to have someone to walk with in this journey, in this journey of life. So having your partner, your friend, just knowing that you have somebody to share your life with is really comforting. A faithful friend like Joel.
Oh. How about Joseph? Joshua, sorry, Joshua.
Joseph.
Joseph, okay,
Yeah.
Joseph, yeah.
That's probably the number one, is to have someone to share important moments and
Okay.
important, like, even changes. Someone you can rely on, even through good times and bad times. So sometimes even better when you have someone during those bad times, or stresses.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always, two, because anytime you're by yourself, it's harder.
Yeah,
It's much harder.
yeah.
God didn't mean for man to be alone.
How about the girl to be alone?
Well, by man, I
Yeah,
mean both
I know,
man
I
and
know.
woman.
Yeah, no,
You took it right.
Yeah.
That's-
Okay,
Yeah.
good. How about Lily?
Maybe be closer to Jesus, because there's a lot of struggle and challenge in our marriage.
Yeah.
So I need to cry out to my Lord and ask His help. Yeah, Jesus help me, and so I can be more close to Jesus. Yeah, just very good.
Okay, because of challenge, being
Yes.
close to God.
Yes.
Okay. Sherry.
On the fun part, I don't have to kill spider. I don't have to fix anything else. That's not
Don't
fun.
kill the spider.
That's my job too. They'll scream, oh, spider bugs! Okay, I'm coming!
On the serious part, marriage is a commitment. It's a very long-term commitment. I think it's the longest commitment we will ever commit in our life. And if we cannot commit to marriage, I think we will have trouble committing to other stuff in life.
We need to get to how about a challenge? the challenge part of marriage. We talk about I don't want to say the good side, bad side. The challenge part. Actually, Lily always say, right, the church will bring you close to God, but what are the challenge part?
Communication. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, true. I come from Malaysia, I have a background with Cantonese and Hakka, and Malaysian, Chinese, you know, and English and Malay, of which my wife from Tianjin, only one language, Chinese, Mandarin, that's it. So that part, we go through like 2 years of struggle, especially in cultural wise. Literally speaking, when I go back to Malaysia with her, we speak all sorts of jumbled up languages from, right? And then she doesn't understand. She said, next time you go back, you talk like that, I'll leave you. Not physically leave you. You know, it's very like, I have to think about her now, not so selfish. So when she's around with my friend, I will start communicating Mandarin because it's really beneficial. It takes a long time to realize that this is a problem for her. But I'm so used to it in Malaysia. We talk Malay English and mixed with Chinese and Cantonese, you know. So I'm sure in Taiwan also same thing, right? You speak of Chinese language. So that part is like, I become more aware I need to be not so selfish. Right,
Yeah, please.
Like I said, I mean, I believe marriage is blessed by God. You know, for younger generations, like living together is not a thing, or you know, finding a partner or a company that you can share your stuff or you know talk to. It's not hard, but getting married is a totally different thing. Because marriage is, I believe, it's a holy one. It's a sacred one that God commanded us to, you know, have this kind of union, right? And when you get into marriage, especially as a Christian, when you get into marriage, you know, since this is a holy thing, you can't just break it. You have to face it. There's no way that you can escape from it. So I guess when you encounter some problem, you're forced to try to fix it instead of, you know, I'll just give up. I'll just find another partner. It's a totally different thing.
Young advocate here's this part, okay? But yeah. Okay, thanks for sharing. Actually, very interesting. We all have a lot of the cross different culture marriage, right? Actually, yeah, Casey and Esther I know, and then probably this Malaysia and Indonesia, right? I'm from Taiwan. My wife's ABC, Cantonese. Yeah, I can identify a lot of things, but actually, doesn't mean you're from China. Doesn't mean they don't have a problem, right? So that's why often they come from me. They said, if I start thinking, oh, all these problems because we have different culture, different things. But look at all these people have problem. Are they all from different culture, right? So it's just a simple nature of all these things. So. And that's why, especially nowadays, it's really very challenged. Right? We all see the fairy tale story. Oh, the last chapter, and lived happily ever after. Why all ended there?
Because they don't want to portray the what's next, the challenge, the big challenge.
Too ugly to show. Right? No.
We never do it, right?
That's a problem. But when you start showing it, you see, that's actually this is all it's 10 continue 10 years growing, and this is not Black Friday. Alright, this is not Black Friday. Every 5,000, and actually one sister. This is already a couple years back. One sister from China. She went back to visit, and that's how I usually be. Hey, how are you? Right in Taiwan, I say, oh, have you eaten? Right, and then they'll ask you, have you divorced yet? Wow. So, and then, you know where is this? That's also very recent. Do you know what's that?
The court support system,
Yeah.
source office,
And what they're doing?
and lawyers, divorce.
Yeah. That's Malaysia. That's Malaysia. All these young couple getting ready to divorce. Yeah. And they say the news said that it's like the upgraded cell phone. Right. So I think really this culture make our young people more and more challenged to get into the vow of marriage, because that's what we're living. Okay. Yeah. See, this is this news. If you read Chinese, this, so yeah. And I just quick introduction of this. You see, that's divorce rate. 1 in 7, 1 in 6. This is in America, and now we probably we're back to current, right? But more is that actually people last still get into marriage. They may live together, but they don't want to get married, right? So that divorce rate doesn't really count much now. Right? I know personally, I know many people, even that's entire my niece, also they just live together. They have no intention to get married. Right. Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
What does soulmate mean? Do you agree with that? What does soulmate mean?
The one that is going to complete you.
That only one can complete you. Have you heard about that? Sorry, Winnie, you're the only one here that said, is that the one you want to think the one you find is going to be your soulmate?
Like the perfect match.
I mean, if I'm gonna start dating or thinking about marriage, then if I start dating, I don't want that person to be like the one. I'm thinking about marriage, and not just date.
Yeah. But I want to say this is actually, even before I dig into this, I kind of also heard the church, usually you have those soulmates, but then I dig into it more, actually, that's not biblical. And do you know where this term from? Who said about this soulmate? Maybe, since you're very good at marriage, this consider that come to have a lecture lesson so you can learn to teach this, okay? So, actually, that is from Plato.
From where?
Plato. Plato.
Oh,
Plato. Is that Plato? The philosopher of Greek. Right? Greece. Plato. Sorry, Plato. Okay, you got Aristotle, Plato, that's Plato. Okay? Plato. That is his idea. He said back then that the human being is like this, and so powerful, two heads, 4 hands, 4 legs, and so offended God, so God would chop it in half, so that separate them, like the Tower of Babel, right? Separate them, so they won't become so powerful because they got separated. So that for their whole life they're going to find the other half, so they can be complete again. So that's not from the Bible. Okay, but this type of soulmate is really into the culture, so affect a lot of people. I just give you this long Chinese culture. You know this Xu Zhimo, I don't know, from Taiwan, from China, you may know. It's during the early 20th century. It's very famous. He wrote poem and very popular, right? And it's like elite, okay, that's people admire, and that's his idea. Said, I should find my only soulmate among these 3 people. If I find her, that's my fortune, otherwise it's my fate. And so, because this idea, he has a lot of problems in marriage. He married one very young, right? He married one very young, and then he find a girlfriend, and then find another one. It's because he tried this way. And then when she come, we marry again. That one official that scolded him. They said, "You, that just like scolding all this problem." I said, "Hope next time you won't. This will be the last time you get married. You won't have someone in your marriage talk this to you." Okay, so that is a problem. Look at our movie portray all this Romeo and Juliet, all this. If you find the one, I'll be so happy, right? So according to statistics, all right, 20-something are still romantic in ideas, still want to find their soulmate and have the marriage of their dream. All right, so this is a current study. A lot of percentage, 94%, okay, with singles want to find this, right? And already, also, if you carry this idea, you go into the marriage, if the marriage has a problem, this is not my soulmate. Alright, so this type of data is not from Bible. It's already a study in society. And I like this quote, Gary Thomas said, a good marriage isn't something you find, it's something you make. And you have to keep on making it. Look at our parents' generation that they go through all this dating, right? But they just determine this is commitment. And of course, I'm saying, oh, it's Brian, find anyone, you just make commitment. No. But don't try to find, don't try to find and that's it. Because over time when we say we find it, my job is done. So when you get to marriage, it's that you just move on to other things. You forgot. It's not like you need to keep on making it every day. No matter how many years we are married, right? Every situation is coming out differently. So if my point is, when the marriage problem is not that you found the wrong person, it's exactly the person. You won't change other people, then you're going to have other problem. Alright, so that's something we often heard in the culture. Alright, let me see next one here. Marriage exists to make for the true words of beauty and greatness of God. God does not exist to make for marriage. Alright, so that's the thing is sometimes we put marriage too high as a goal. And I know that's why that we want to have singleness for the kingdom of God. Right? Because in some way we can go extreme. Right? Wow, marriage, God designed, all this, so we put marriage higher than God. Or put your spouse higher than God. And you try to actually make your spouse to satisfy you. Actually, whatever situation with the single or marriage or grandparent, every stage, we need to know is to submit to God. It's not use that situation to satisfy us. Right? But in this day and age, we also need to re-examine what's marriage. Because the world try to tear down this definition. Also like from our experience with the marriage is not a positive thing. And I know I share this with a lot of our young adults. Because the brokenness of marriage or the problem in the marriage that causes many of young people, they are afraid to get into. That's something that we, older generation, we bear the responsibility. I talk to many of these, and including myself, because when I grew up, my parents, they don't have good relationship. Always fighting, right? So that's something when I become a pastor, I also need to think about that, how we want to help people in the marriage. Not don't wait until they want to divorce, and then it's way too late, right? Or actually, that will cause a lot of problems for kids. When I deal with a lot of young people, back to the deeper, all is parents issue, right? Causing. Well, that's very interesting. That's we have a after school program. This boy is very good student. He's only like 5th grade, and then very high intelligent, very smart kid. He's an honor class, but he cannot control his temper. And when there's something, he just bursts out. And when he comes down, I say, what happened? What's wrong? Why are you acting that way? I don't tell other people. My dad is like that. But he said his father is like that. But when I at the church, I look at the dad, he's perfectly most gentleman. But you see, that's something we don't know, and we couldn't minister to help the father, right? So that's something that's this is very important in our ministry, not just for us, but that's the Chinese lesson. What's this word? 子 means what? Son or boy. Okay, so I would say marriage is God's masterpiece, right? So God said the man alone is Not good, right? Law said it's not good, right? Should not be alone. Think about it. God created so many things, only until now they said one thing is not good. What's the solution? So he made a woman and then put together. What's that? Good. Okay, this Chinese character, good. A woman and then put it together. Good. Isn't it interesting? Our forefather, when they designed the Chinese character, so interesting, right? They probably they know about God's creation. Okay, now it's very good. The day 6 is very good. So I just want to say that that's a special design, and God made it a role that we all created by God, right? With His image, and male and female. So male and female, they all image bearer. And then we just quickly go. So we all know, we Christians all know this is a helper. But I only see this helper is not like inferior, it's less. Because Bible uses the same word. God is my helper. When you have a problem, you guys find some help. You want to find someone better than you or find someone worse than you? Better. Okay? So when the Bible says woman is man's helper.
Get that? No.
You see that? Because man is not good. We need helper. But oftentimes we see this, oh, you patriarch, oh man, just like dominate. No, we are not good enough. So we need helper. Okay? But not only that, it's suitable helper. It's that specially made, fit for him. It's not any help. I like it. If you know the Chinese, I like the Chinese. This word that means custom made. Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay, God custom made this helper for you. It's not that you go to the supermarket. Oh, just pick one. Okay, you gotta order it. God ordered it very specially as suitable helper. Okay, so I just want you to see from the creation point of view how Mary is so dedicated. You know that, and then the purpose God blessed them, then use them to multiply, use marriage. I really recently I'm more talk about Genesis chapter 1 and 2. It's just so fascinating. We just let it go. When you think about this, so amazing. When you look at society now, the birth rate all decline. Right? Every major country, the birth rate always decline. Right? They all know. I said 2750. No more South Korea. Right? No more K-pop. No more this. Right? 2750 because birth rate is so low. Alright? But God had designed only created once. He only created Adam and Eve just once. And then boom, you populate, right? Generation. Isn't that so amazing? That's the way God designed. Alright? So I think the next I'm going to show that. Okay, and then to manage the world, right? To take dominion of the world, and that's referred to the kingdom. The Greek word is basileia, right? So God wants to use marriage to become a kingdom, to manage His world, and because now the world already sinned against God, so you see, we need Christian. We just come as the kingdom of God is at hand. So that's God is thinking this thing. So I want to think marriage that's between you and you. Just you gonna all find lover, helper, because my title is marriage for the kingdom of God. Let's think a broader picture. We are part of this God's mechanism for His purpose. So not just for you to feel happy, not just for your own family, okay? And the method is, look at this. All other creatures, God said, let it be light, let it be. Just God just say it, right? But when it comes to man, how God created? From dust and then breathe, right? That's more work than other animals, right? And then says, then become a living creature. If you were God, okay, how are you going to make a woman? How are you going to make a woman?
Same way.
Same way. Any other question? No, besides we know that, but you have
What
to
do you
think a
mean?
different way. God made Adam from
Right, yeah, from the dust.
dust and then breathe.
Right.
Besides we know the biblical Bible says. Do you want to think about other way if you were God? What are you going to do? Lisa said do it the same way.
Yeah, I would say.
Maybe another dust or another, right? And then do the same way. Okay, yeah.
Just let there be woman.
Yeah,
Huh?
with
Like
words.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, let there be a woman. Woman, come on.
So,
Okay.
just like he created, like you said, let there be light.
Yeah.
Let there
Okay.
be woman. Wow.
And then
Normal, perfect.
any other options?
Wow.
Or how about, yeah. I just started thinking very interesting. Just like,
I took the word man to include male and female. When I see the word man in the Bible, I don't just think the male, I think both female and both genders.
yes or not, you can look at the content.
Right.
Okay, a lot of time, man back then is referred to whole human being.
Right.
Okay, but here, okay,
For the man.
okay, and then we can see here man is referred to man,
Right.
not the female, right? Because for man, and why he took one of his ribs?
Mhm.
Why ribs? Why not other parts?
Part of the brain.
Close to heart.
You see that? Have you wondered, we just recently take for granted, why God want to do it this way? Why bother this way? Right? So that's why you think about one, and then really become two, and then later on two become one again. Wow. Maybe you can, something you may give me some more, you can find some more interesting or fascinating reason. I just want to say this is God's masterpiece. He thought through that. He not just let it be like, he had put some special effort into it. Right? So we don't take this granted or lightly. Right? If you think about someone just make a whiteboard, or Da Vinci make a painting, which one is more work, right? So when you think about this as a marriage, then hopefully we'll take better care. Like a vase, beautiful, it's so fragile, you don't want to drop it, right? You want, because if someone give you a from Qing Dynasty or something, give it to you, probably need to hold it very nicely, right? You don't want to put it in any place that dog can run through and break it, right? So that's my point here, all right? And Matthew Henry, I like his quote. Okay, Micah, can you read it? Then I have a little word.
The English one?
Yep.
The woman was made of a rib, not of his head to rule him, nor out of his feet to be trampled by him, but out of his side to be equal with him, under his arm to be protected, and near his heart to be loved.
Wow, isn't it beautiful? Right? All right. So then God said, 1 plus 1 equal 1. But this one also unique one, not 0.5 plus 0.5. Right? That's soulmate idea. Okay? But this is 1 plus 1 equal 1. That's why Bible said there's a mystery, right? There's between church and Christ. So I just briefly, I want to see how we can two become one. What are the when you pursue God's purpose as a couple, then everything else you value in life, such as happiness, love, and separation, will fall into place, right? So just from Tony Evans' kingdom marriage, right? So I hope that this actually I prepared also help me to think about marriage is for kingdom of God, right? It's part of this God's rule, and not just for your own. All right. So first thing, how do we need to leave? Leave what? Huh?
The home, the parents.
Yeah. Why? Why? To leave his father and his mother. Right. This doesn't mean we don't care, right? We don't. Bible actually, the Ten Commandments, we know there's honor the father and mother, right? But when it comes to marriage, God specifically said you gotta leave your father and mother. What does it mean? This book said the failure to show loyalty from parents to spouse is a central issue in almost all marital conflict. Do you agree?
Here come the in-laws.
And Charlie said,
That's also hard when your children are getting married. I went through that when my son was getting married, because I was like, wait a minute. That's my son.
Yeah.
Oh. And so the loyalty thing is really hard. Like, you have to let it go, give it to the new wife, you know, as his mom. It's like, it's hard. It's not, you know.
So we need to teach the grandparents too. The older generation, you need to let go, right? For the younger generation, you need to leave. The parent need to let go, right? So last time we had the parenting camp, I especially invited the grandparent come to tell it, right? You need to let go, right? And we have a men's group. We have a lot to talk about this issue about this. Okay, so have you heard of mom's boy? Yeah, mama's boy. Have you heard about this term? You know that, and that's the problem in our society. Okay. So this so what's up? We need, okay? All right. So.
Where'd you get this from? Wait.
Take a picture.
You know I'm laughing because my daughter-in-law, I think she came in, she had this in her mind about me. And I was like, where's she coming with it? What is this?
I just Google internet.
I don't know. No, it's interesting because a lot of the things that I see in her thinking, I said, where is she coming up with all this? She must have read this. I said, that's not me.
So if she show up and enough, she still does everything for him.
No. She calls all the time. It's also,
but I think this is
Yeah.
more on also for the son's part,
right.
right?
Yeah.
But how the son is because
Yeah.
how mom
Don't worry,
raised.
they're in DC. I don't go.
Right. Okay, before we do, so you know, I wrote a picture that now in the college in China, there's really the Tianjin University, when they in new semester they make all these tents for parents, especially for mom, to stay there. So every night they make the milk drink for the son
Oh God, no.
to do this transition. Can you believe that? Alright? They become a tradition. Look at the whole geneticism is all tent. And the mother lived there. Not son lived there, mother lived there. And then
Oh no. That's a
Mama.
little too close to comfort.
right? So that is marriage we need to, because one gotta be one. There's so such closeness you cannot have other person. Doesn't mean you don't care. I like Liu Tong Mu say, Pastor Liu Tong, he said that the parents are your VIP. Okay, they are your guests, special guests, but they are not. Okay, so we parents also need to know when I keep them here. I'm probably getting the state that I also need to let them go, right? That we cannot get into dominant all these things. Any other share another thought? This.
I definitely want to say, because I went through this in our marriage, like, it's so important for young couples that are going through their marriage to recognize when your marriage is under attack, you know, spiritually. Because as a believer, you know, you're living for God, you want to walk the walk, but you don't realize sometimes, like, how you're being attacked. Like, your marriage could be forces that want to break you up or things like that, and you don't even realize it sometimes. You know, you really have to be so careful to bring everything to God. Let Him show you, you know, your own faults. What are you doing to maybe hurt the marriage? And always coming to God, like, facing your, you know, what He tells us, like our own sins. And just sometimes you wonder, like, you feel like, what's going on here? How can we have so much strength? And just pray against that. Oh, prayer is so important to save the marriage.
Yeah.
You know?
Thank you for sharing. Again, we see marriage as a masterpiece of God. So Satan, that's what he's going to attack. Other thing is not so delicate, right? He's going to hit the masterpiece. And whatever this attack, really that's this spiritual warfare, it's not from Satan. I really, that's especially when we have different culture already complicated enough, and they add in the in-law, that's even more complicated. I remember first year, I'm from Taiwan, I came here as a foreign student, so I'm only myself here. So the first time my parents came to America to visit me, I already had my first daughter. We just stayed in a one-bedroom apartment. The first visit was a disaster. And it's very